Welcome to the Naked Passion Fruit. I'm Tom and I'm here to show you something amazing. So this is a passion fruit. You probably love it, you probably use it as a liquid form. You open it up and it's gooey and it goes everywhere. I'm going to show you how to crack it open, keep the seed pod whole and then deep fry it, and talk to you about a number of other ways to use this passion fruit structurally. So if you have access, I've got liquid nitrogen here. If you don't have liquid nitrogen, you can use dry ice. Just freeze your passion fruit in the freezer overnight, bury it in dry ice for 10 minutes and it's good to crack. If you have liquid nitrogen and 10 minutes is too long, it only requires 30 seconds after being frozen in the freezer in the liquid nitrogen, and then you crack it and it's ready to use. You can store the seed pod in the freezer after you do this, so you can have ready access all the time if you don't have ready access to liquid nitrogen. Make sure it gets cold all over. Passion fruit can't be shelled straight out of the conventional freezer. -20 is just too cold, too warm, sorry. You need to reduce the temperature of the shell down to below 30 degrees before you're able to take the shell off. That's the sound of the internet breaking. So there you have it. A fully naked passion fruit. So once you have your naked passion fruit, you can do a number of things, but I'm going to show you how to deep fry a naked passion fruit. So put it on a skewer so that you can cover it in batter. Give it a good coating of batter. The batter sticks well, usually. So this is a chocolate tempura batter. So what I'm essentially doing is reconstructing this passion fruit. So I'm putting the shell back on. So put it in the deep fry at 180 degrees. You need to use a skewer so that the passion fruit doesn't sink as you drop it in to the bottom. Otherwise it will stick to the bottom and it won't work. And you need to keep it on the skewer. If the skewer comes out, it doesn't really matter particularly. It'll just let some of the juice out and it'll start to spit all over the place. So we'll leave that there for 5 minutes to cook. And while that's cooking, I'll run through some other ways to use passion fruit. Now that it has been shelled. So as I said, you can keep it in the freezer. These I did a couple of days ago. They'll keep indefinitely in the freezer just like this. Don't put anything too heavy on them. They are reasonably soft, but they should be okay in the freezer for quite a while. So as you've seen, we're using it whole as a deep frying it. You can wrap it in dumpling dough and boil them. You can also, because they're quite soft, you can also cut them in half. These make great topping for upside down cakes. So just line them up with some caramel and bake your upside down cake. You can also use them as the centre in a dome dessert if you wanted to. You can also dice them. So cut the passion fruit up into chunks and then stir them through brownie mix or muffin mix, just as you would frozen berries, and you get these nice pockets of passion fruit throughout your whatever you're making. You can also slice your passion fruit. You can typically get about 5 slices out of a purple passion fruit, or 4 as I'm doing it now. So you can use these rounds as a nice decoration in a drink. These go great in gin and tonic. You can also put them between 2 sheets of puff pastry and make a passion fruit pasty. And you can use them in quite a range of other ways as well. You can pull the passion fruit roe, so the seed with the frozen fruit around it. You can remove that from these little leaf-like structure on the inside, and you can use these little individual seeds and stir them through pancake batter or cheesecake batter, where you don't want the juice of the passion fruit to mess up the consistency of whatever it is you're baking. So these stay frozen as you mix them through, and then you start baking, and you've got little tiny pockets throughout your whatever it is you're cooking of seed and a little bit of juice, and it just flavors the cheesecake or muffin mix or pancakes just beautifully. The final way to use this is you can butterfly these. So if you cut slightly between these outside little leaves, if I can do it, just give them a little bit of a squeeze to get them going, and then you can cut in and separate out these leaves. And I haven't found much of a use for these except for using them as decoration, as they look like little prawn tails, and you can put them on the top of a fruit or dessert version of sushi. So there you have it. I think our passion fruit is sufficiently deep fried, and now I've got a really hot wooden skewer to pick up. So there you have it, a deep fried passion fruit. Now to complete the theatre of the whole thing, dust it in a purple sugar, like you would a donut, and then serve that with ice cream or chocolate custard, anything you like really. And so during the cooking, your passion fruit's fully defrosted, and it's absolutely frickin' delicious. Chocolate butter goes so well with that. And there you have it. If you want to see make this recipe or any of the others that I've described, I have a book. So in the link in the description you can follow that to the book for how to use naked passion fruit.